I'm sharing one of my summer galette recipes. It has to do with fresh peaches, blueberries, and puff pastry. It's something really simple that I think even you could probably handle baking at home, Amy. So it starts out with using puff pastry, something you could make from scratch or you could buy. It's typically in the frozen department. And what you want to do is just unfold it and put the sheet right onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Sometimes you may have to roll it out if it looks uneven or it looks bumpy or if it might have cracked on you. But if you've got a nice square piece here, you're ready to go. You want to start by brushing it with some egg wash. Egg wash is just 1 egg and about a tablespoon of water, just beaten together. This will be the glue that will hold everything together. You can always use pie dough for this recipe too. Puff pastry is a cheater, a little bit easier to work with. Like I said, Amy, easy for you to do at home as well. Otherwise, you could always roll out pie dough, make it about 11-inch circle or so, and this recipe would work out perfect for it as well. So go ahead and brush it with that egg wash. And you're going to start out by using fresh peaches. Or any fresh fruit that you have. I would say pears work, plums work, any of those following things work for you. The key to it is going to be that fresh fruit that you don't know what to do with and you need to go ahead and use it up. It works with berries or even apples and some caramel. So we're going to thinly slice this peach. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of layer it in our tart shell, if you will, here. Leaving about 2-inch gap or so around the outside. You want to have a nice layer of fruit. You don't want too high. This is a very rustic tart that if you overpack it with fruit, the fruit won't cook enough to the dough ratio. So you want to have a nice ribbon of fruit, if you will, but not as much as you would make a regular standard pie with. Okay. And then we're going to take some fresh blueberries and put them on here. Again, whatever it seems that you have at the market or at the store that looks to be fresh is what you want to use here. So the fresh blueberries and the peaches was what was calling my name. All right, so now you've got kind of the start of it. And the tricky part is just going to be to roll it up. If you have a circle, I just normally take the corners and just keep pulling it in to make a circle. But if you have a square, I normally go ahead and just fold in the 4 corners. And then I kind of tuck it in like I was wrapping up a present. The nice part about a galette is that it is really a rustic, free form. So if you get your kids involved, they can definitely help you with this stage. Or if you're just somebody that maybe struggles on making things look so nice, it's rustic. It's supposed to look handmade, not from a factory. So there you've got the start of it. We're going to go back to the egg wash here and just brush the sides. The egg wash at this application is just to toast it up and make it look really golden on the outside. The first time we put it on was a glue to hold the sides together. And then the last ingredient is just going to be some sugar. It's about 1/2 cup of sugar that you just sprinkle over the top. And you want to get it on the crust as well to kind of sweeten up the puff pastry. And sprinkle it across the front. You want to go ahead and pop this into an oven. It's 375 degrees, and it normally takes about 25 minutes or so, again, depending on what size dough and what ingredients, but about 25 minutes. You're going to look for it to be really nice and golden brown, and the fruit should be kind of cooked but still held its form in the center. I've got one in the oven that I'm going to go ahead and grab. Pop this one on in. And what you're looking for, again, is the blueberries have shrunk a little bit, but they've kept their form. The peaches have released all of its sugar, and then you can see all this kind of crusted sugar around the outside of it. Let it cool a little bit, but it's definitely a dessert you want to serve the day of. By the time you leave it in the fridge overnight, it's not as crispy and wonderful as this. A little bit of ice cream, fresh whipped cream as well would also be a great way to serve it. It's one of my favorite super easy sweet recipes, peaches with blueberries.